Hey friends, welcome or welcome back. Today's practice is a nice yang to yin flow. And so no props are needed for this one, but if you know you like to practice with maybe a couple of blocks, that might be helpful for some low lunges. So feel free to pause the video, grab whatever props that you may like to practice with. We're gonna go ahead and get started in a seated position. So I'm just sitting back on my sit bones. Legs can be any comfortable position that works best in your body. Take a moment to close your eyes or find a soft gaze, allowing your hands to rest comfortably in your lap or on your thighs. And just start to settle in. As you settle in, just shifting from wherever you are in your day to arriving on your mat. Just taking a moment to notice what brought you to your mat today. Perhaps you need a little bit of movement, maybe just to clear out some stuff mentally, move any stagnant energy that's in the body. And then take a moment just to notice your breath. Notice how you're breathing. If you haven't done so yet, please go ahead and seal the lips and start to breathe in and out through the nose. Not forcing the breath or trying to drastically change it, but just make that little shift of breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and float your eyes open. Let's start to invite in some movement into the body. On your next inhale, circle sweep your arms up towards the sky. Take an exhale for cactusing the arms, stretch the heart forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right hand to the mat. Inhale, reach up to that left arm, and exhale, find a gentle side bend to the right. It doesn't have to be your biggest side bend here, but do allow that left hip to keep rooting down to your mat there. Feel that nice stretch from the left hip bone all the way up to the left fingertips. Your next exhale, we're going to bring both hands down in front of us. Find a gentle seated forward fold. Your choice of rounding the spine or keeping the spine straight and just staying for a few breaths. Your next inhale, start to walk your hands back towards your body. Come back to that upright position. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms, stretch your heart forward. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, left hand to the mat. Inhale, reach up through that right arm. Exhale, find that side bend. And again, keeping that right hip rooted down towards the mat. Finding this gentle side bend and opening up down to the right side of the body. Nice breath in. Long, slow breath out. Your next exhale, bring your hands down in front of you again. Find that gentle seated forward fold. Inhale, walk your hands back towards your body. Come to an upright position. Feel free to roll your shoulders if you need to. Shrug the shoulders. Just get a feel for how your shoulders are feeling today. And we'll come back to some stillness. Inhale, reach your arms out to a T. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, let the sides of the waist get nice and long. Exhale, let your arms come all the way down. Think about no rush to the breath here. It's an inhale, reaching your arms out to a T. Exhale, long, slow exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up for the sky. Exhale, let your arms come all the way down. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, reach arms up to a T. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, whenever you're ready, reaching up for the sky. Long, slow exhale, let your arms come back down to your sides. Inhale, reach your arms out to a T. Exhale, start to cross the right arm over the left, and we're going to find an eagle bind here. So think of eagle arms, wrapping the arms. Now, if this is not accessible in your body, You can absolutely give yourself a big bear hug, and that will have the same effects as this full eagle arm pose. So just find what's available. Find your range of motion. If you're in the full eagle arm bind here, think about pressing perhaps the left fingertips into that right palm and just finding that engagement through the arms, feeling the upper back broadening, the shoulder blades separating. Releasing some tension through the neck, so think about relaxing the shoulders down. Take a few breaths here. On your next exhale, slowly unwind from this. Take a deep inhale, reaching those arms out to a T. And then exhale, let your arms come down by your sides. Now maybe you need to shrug the shoulders or roll the shoulders again, especially if they feel a little bit tight and like gravelly. Feel free just to loosen some things up there. Let's come back to some stillness. Inhale, reach your arms out to a T. Exhale, left arm on top of the right arm. Start to find your eagle arm bind here, or again, that big bear hug. Find what's available in your body. When you find that position here, take a moment to stay. Start to settle in. Relax your jaw. And just feeling sensation wherever you might be feeling it. Maybe in the shoulder blades, the top of the shoulders, or somewhere else. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, unraveling the arms. Inhale, stretching the arms out to a T, and then relaxing your arms down into your lap. Let's start to make our way to a tabletop position on hands and knees. Think about having wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And let's invite in a few cat and cows. So on your next inhale, start to stretch your heart forward, lift your chin and your gaze. And your next exhale, rounding your spine, bringing your chin down towards your chest. Feel the upper back broadening again. So it's an inhale to stretch your heart forward, lift your chin and gaze for cow pose. And exhale, gently rounding through the spine, bringing your chin towards your chest for your cat pose. Go ahead and take a few more cat and cows with your own pace, your own breath. And even though this is going to be more of a yang type flow, do allow yourself to really slow down the breath here. So really think about no rush, having this be more of a moving meditation. Just feeling into the body, feeling into those nooks and crannies. Feel free to even add on here. Maybe you even shift your hips side to side. Maybe hearing some cracking. You can even just circle the hips and the pelvis there, waking up the body. So it doesn't have to be exactly what I'm doing. Feel free to explore here. And then whenever you're ready, let's find some stillness again. We're going to stretch the left foot behind us and just engaging through the toes here. You might take a gentle pulse through that left leg. Think about reaching that left heel towards the back space that you're in. Feeling a nice gentle calf stretch here. And then start to shift your weight up into the wrist. Pick up your left foot. Toes are going to point down. Notice if your left hip is kind of hiking up. Keep your hips square down towards the mat. Option to stay here, or you can extend your right arm out in front of you, finding a bird dog pose. Finding this arm balance here as you draw in and around the waist. Find that stability. Your next exhale, set right hand down towards the mat. We're going to cross the left leg over towards the right, peeking over your right shoulder. Take a look at that left foot. And again, maybe you take a few pulses there through that left heel, shifting forward and backward. Doesn't have to be anything particular. Inhale, come back to that tabletop. And we'll do that on the second side. So extending your right leg back behind you again, just engaging through the toes, just to feel sensation down the back of that right leg, into the calf. Notice if that right hip kind of wants to peel up. Keep it straight, down towards your mat, squaring off the hips. Take a few deep breaths. Then we'll start to shift the weight up into the hands again. Pick up your right foot. Toes are going to point down. Notice again that right hip if it wants to peel up. Find that engagement around the waist. Option to extend the left arm in front. Gaze can be down the left fingertips. Find that balance here, that cross-body connection from left fingertips down to the right heel. Your next exhale, set the left hand down on the mat. Cross your right foot over towards the left. Look over your left shoulder. Take a peek at your right foot. Again, maybe you want to pulse through that right heel. Take a few deep breaths. Your next inhale, slowly come back to that tabletop position. Scoot your hands a little closer towards the top of your mat, maybe just a few scooches. Keep your hands right where they're at. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, sink your hips back towards your heels. And then it's an inhale to push into the hands. Lift your hips and lift your knees and your hips up. We're going to find downward facing dog. So nice and slow, sort of a melting position here as we come up into downward dog. Now start to actively root down into the hands. You might even need to adjust your stance here with your feet in your hands. No worries if the heels are not meeting the mat. Mine certainly are not. And in fact, I actually encourage you to bend through the knees a little bit more so you can draw your tailbone up towards the sky. Find some length in the spine. And then maybe you just take a nice little pedal out through the feet here, bending the knees pretty generously one at a time. Any movement that feels good here. Come back to some stillness in downward dog. Take an inhale, rise up on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step forward to the top of your mat. We'll meet in a forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Find some length in the spine. Think of flat back here, but really lengthening from tailbone to the crown of the head. And an exhale to forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead for extended mountain. Exhale, right hand down by your side. Inhale, reach up through the left arm. And exhale, side bend to the right. Take another inhale here. And exhale, bring that left arm down, circling it. Inhale, sweep both arms up overhead. Exhale, left hand down by your side. Inhale, reach up through the right arm. And exhale, side bend to the left. And just feeling that nice stretch down the right side of the body. Inhale here. Then exhale that right arm down towards the mat. Inhale, sweep both arms up towards the sky. Exhale, soften your knees, find a gentle forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, circle sweep your arms up overhead for extended mountain. Maybe a little back bend as you gaze up. Exhale to a chair pose. Sinking your hips down and back, bending your knees. Arms up by your ears, and think about sending the weight a little bit more into the heels. Take a breath in here. And then your next breath out, forward fold. Plant your hands, step just your right foot back, lower your right knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead for low lunge. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms out to a T. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment just to find your breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant the hands, lift your right knee, step your right foot forward to meet the left. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, circle sweep your arms up overhead for extended mountain. Exhale, that chair pose. Just staying for a few breaths here. On your next exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant your hands, step just your left foot back now. Lower that left knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead for low lunge. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment for a few breaths. Your next inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant the hands, lift your left knee, step your left foot forward to meet the right. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead for extended mountain. Exhale, chair pose. And again, just staying for a few breaths here. Notice where your weight lands into your feet. Send your weight maybe back into the heels a little bit more, sinking the hips on your exhale. Find that strong, stable balance down to the feet, down to the legs. Bring hands to heart center. Start to shift your weight into the left foot. We're going to step the right foot back. Find a crescent lunge here. So right heel is peeled up off the mat. Bend in the left knee. Think about knitting the front ribs in. Hands can stay at heart center while you take a moment to find that stability down to the feet. And it's going to be an inhale here as we reach the arms out to a T. Exhale, cross the right arm over the left. Find that wrapping for the eagle arms again. And then if this is not accessible, you can always come back to hugging. Give yourself a big bear hug there. So find whatever's available. And on your next inhale, start to reach up towards the sky. And an exhale, find a little bit of rounding through the spine here. Keep pushing down into that left foot as you take an inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, letting the spine round to any amount. Think about bringing those elbows down towards the torso. One more time, inhale whenever you're ready. And exhaling whenever you're ready. Your next inhale, come back up, unwind the arms, reach your arms out to a T. Take an inhale here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, chair pose. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, step back to a plank position. Feel free to lower the knees here. We'll take an exhale to come all the way down. Inhale for baby cobra, lift your heart. Exhale to release down. Inhale, lift your heart again for baby cobra. Exhale to release down. Inhale, tabletop. Tuck your toes. Take an exhale for downward facing dog whenever you're ready. Now here in downward dog, feel free to make any movement again if that feels good. Finding some length in the spine again. And then we'll find stillness here in down dog. Rise up on the toes, bend the knees, look forward, step forward to the top of your mat. We'll meet in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, extend in mountain. Exhale, that chair pose. Just staying for a breath or two. Starting to shift your weight into the right foot. Bring hands to heart center as you step the left foot back. We're going to find that crescent lunge here. So at first, no need to worry about the arms, just really finding that stability and balance down through the legs, feeling that buoyancy, that strength through the legs as you really stamp down through that right foot. Left toes are also keeping you nice and stable here. And then on your next inhale, reach your arms out to a T. Exhale, cross the left arm over right. Find that eagle arm bind or big bear hug. Once you find that, keep stamping down through that right foot. Take an inhale as you reach your arms up. Find a little arch in the spine. And then exhale, rounding the spine. Think about bringing those elbows down to your torso. Inhale, reaching the arms up. And exhale, coming forward. Last time, keep stamping down through that right foot. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, folding forward, rounding through the spine. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, start to unravel those arms. Reach your arms out to a T. Bring hands to heart center. Inhale, step the left foot forward. We'll come into chair pose. Again, find that connection down through both feet again, strong and stable. Take a deep inhale here, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Go ahead and plant your hands, step back to that plank or modified plank. Take an exhale to come all the way down to your mat. Inhale, that baby cobra, lifting the heart. Maybe you decide to come up a little bit more here, totally up to you. Take an exhale to come all the way down. Inhale, tabletop. Take a pause there. We're going to start to set up for puppy pose. So think about keeping the knees under the hips. The arms can extend out long in front of you, allowing the chest to melt down towards your mat, letting your forehead make contact with the mat perhaps. Finding that little bit of softness through the forearms, letting them relax. Again, keeping the hips nice and high. You can even experiment with tucking your toes under. Take a few deep breaths here, arriving in puppy pose. Now, if puppy pose doesn't feel good in your body, maybe you just decide to take a child's pose, and that's totally fine. And just noticing how your breath feels in this shape. Taking a few deep breaths. And as we start to slow down the body, slow down this movement here, start to shift into the yin portion, we're going to find some stillness. Slowly start to lift your head, lift your arms, make your way down onto your belly. Think about coming down nice and slow. There's no rush. We're going to come up onto the forearms here and think about having the wrists underneath the shoulders, fingers wide. The stance of your legs can be wide. And we're going to come to a Sphinx pose. So in the Sphinx pose, if this is too much of a back bend for you, that's okay. You can always walk your hands out away from you. That creates less back bend. So just checking in, noticing if you are experiencing any sharp shooting pain in the back, down the legs. That's a good indication that you've gone too far into your back bend. So do allow yourself to notice that and to come out of the back bend. And if this just doesn't feel good in your body today, for whatever reason, allow yourself to come all the way down into a crocodile position, just resting the head on the hands. So start to find a nice Sphinx pose and allow the body to relax. The heart space is going to stretch towards the front of the space that you're in. Allowing the legs, the glutes to be heavy here. Trying not to clench or brace around the glutes. Allowing the low back to relax here. And just imagining the tailbone drawing down the length of your legs. If it's helpful, you can even close your eyes. We're going to start to add on from here. So with your right knee, bring it up about 90 degrees. We're going to find a half frog position. Right arm is going to slide towards even away from your body even more. The left arm is going to slide underneath your right arm and then just opening out into a twist. So that right arm is going to sort of just drape backwards. That right shoulder blade is going to drape back towards your mat or your support there. And just find this gentle twist here. Take a few deep breaths. This doesn't have to look anything specific. Just find a gentle twist here that works best in your body. Now, if you're looking for a quad stretch through that left leg. You can always bend the left knee with your right hand, reach for that left foot. So that's an option there. And we'll just stay for a few more breaths. If you have a hold of that left foot, slowly release from that. And then starting to lift your right arm, bring that right arm back down towards your mat. Come back to that half frog shape here. Extend your right leg long down your mat again. And then just slowly make your way all the way down into that crocodile position. Resting one hand on top of the other, let your forehead rest down. And just let the entire backside of the body relax as much as you can. Now we're going to make our way back up to that Sphinx pose. Approximately wrists under shoulders, elbows under the shoulders. And finding a shape here. So we're going to start to bend through that left knee, bring it up towards the left side, about 90 degrees. Left arm is going to stretch in front of you. Right arm is going to sneak underneath that left arm. And then we're going to open out that left arm, finding a twist. And just noticing if this side might feel different compared to the other side. Take a few deep breaths to allow yourself to settle into this twist. Feeling that gentle tug through the pecs, perhaps into the armpits. And just staying and noticing. Breathing. If you're looking for that extra quad stretch, perhaps you decide to bend the right knee. And with your left hand, you can reach for that right foot. Add on that calf or that quad stretch. Staying for a few more breaths, no rush to the breath. If you have a hold of that right foot, slowly go ahead and release from that. And then this left arm is going to pick up. Make your way back over onto your belly. Forearms come to the Sphinx shape. Let that left leg come back in closer. And as you make your way back to the Sphinx pose, again, let's slowly come back down into the crocodile pose. Letting the back side of the body relax again, decompress. Releasing any extra tension, letting the front of the body melt in towards the earth. And then whenever you're ready, slowly start to make your way onto your back. Whenever you get there, feel free to keep your knees bent, your feet planted. Smoothing out any clothing and just allowing yourself to be. Take your knees in towards your chest. Perhaps you gently sway side to side. It might even feel good in your body to plant your feet to the edges of your mat and take a nice leisurely windshield wiper through the knees side to side. Your choice. Take a few deep breaths and allow your body to start to relax even more. And then starting to straighten out your legs. we'll make our way to a nice Shavasana here. So feel free to let your legs widen, then your hips distance apart. You can allow your arms to come out by your sides, palms can face up. Head is rested back towards your mat. Relax the muscles around the eyes, the cheeks, down into the jaw. The pieces that are making contact with your mat, let that relax and melt a little bit more. The shoulder blades, the glutes, down into the back of the legs, allowing your body to become heavier and heavier. Feel free to take up space. Let your feet be heavy, turned out towards the sides. Fingertips curling in towards the palms of your hands. And as you stay in your Shavasana, think about letting yourself relax further and further. Maybe letting your thoughts drift to your practice. Letting your thoughts drift to how you feel after some movement. Your body might feel more open. Maybe even the mind feels more spacious and open. So as you start to settle in further and further, deeper and deeper, allowing that ebb and flow of energy to circulate throughout your body, and just notice. Again, feel free to stay here in your Shavasana for as long as you would like. And this is where I leave you with the practice. And so until next time, Namaste.